Hey guys, this is Jacques from Makulu Linux and welcome to another video. Okay, so I just want to say just ignore this blue bar. I'm not sure if it's going to show in the video. I assume it is. I am inside a virtual machine, as you can see, and therefore you kind of have this little bit of tinge of the blue bar sticking out the top. So just ignore that bar. Okay, so this is the first look at Makulu Linux Core, Makulu Core. So what is Makulu Core and why are we making it? Well, we love to just explore new avenues. So Makulu Core is a dock-based OS. Now I know there's quite a lot of dock-based OSs out there. It seems to be common. I guess we feel we should also get in on that action, but maybe do it better than everybody else. You know what I mean? Look, it's always intrigued me to do a dock-based OS. I just had other plans in the past, and I feel I'm ready to take on that challenge, and this is the result. So I'm going to show it to you and show you what exactly is in it. This is a very early build, so a lot of extras, a lot of features are still on its way. I have a lot of ideas, a lot planned. This is a very, very early build. So early that there's not even a version for the testers to test yet. Even they are waiting for the first build that I'll be sending to them. So this is what you would probably refer to as, if I had to actually put it into terms, this is a very pre-alpha kind of build. So let's have a look. So when you boot up, you have your desktop. You have this nice little clock over here, which is obviously Conky based. Nice little Conky clock over there. You have the quotes on your desktop over there. You have a nice beautiful wallpaper. You will notice you have a dock bar at the bottom, which is based on Plank. However, I wouldn't say it's standard, but yeah, it's based on Plank. So we have a dock bar at the bottom. You'll also notice you got a side panel here. You got a sidebar here. So you got a sidebar and a bottom bar. The sidebar does not continue invisible all the way to the top. It stops right there. It's only this little portion over here that's actually being used. So you can right click over there. You see it brings up the standard. So you got this little quarter panel on the side here, and you got the dock bar at the bottom. So like most systems that are dock based, you can open apps on the dock, minimize them, click on them, and if you open up two of them, you can then use the mouse to scroll between them. For example, let's do that, and now you see you just hold the mouse over the dock, and when I scroll with the mouse wheel, I scroll through both windows that are currently open. Okay, so you can do that. So that's the bottom dock. The bottom dock, like I said, is based on Plank. That's the one I found that's most customizable, the one I'm comfortable with editing and going crazy on, and so that's the one that we're using. Okay, the dock manager. Okay, there we go. It's a theme and dock manager. It's got all the options for the dock, so that's quite nice. This desktop is basically XFCE, as I'm sure you've noticed. There should be an about XFCE, the latest build 4.12. So the desktop is very snappy because we're using XFCE as a base for this desktop. It is very snappy, very fast, very awesome. Okay, so the dock obviously disappears whenever a window pops up, the side panel dock as well. So if I do this, and let's do this, you can see there, and you can see there. As you can see, whenever a window is open, but it's not, the docks are not interfering with it, the docks will stay visible. But the moment something comes within, something needs to take up that space, the docks will disappear. The same with the side dock. So both docks will disappear if the space is needed. However, bringing your mouse over a dock will bring up the dock. Okay, so if you need to pull up the dock for whatever reason, you don't have to actually close or minimize a window to get to the dock. You can just move your mouse over to the whichever dock it is that you want access to. So that's nice. On the side dock, obviously we've got the exit, the log out, shutdown button right on top. We've got the volume, the battery, we've got the language keyboard, got the update manager. Over there is update manager. We've got the Ethernet connection, your network. We got the wallpaper changer, I'll get into that in a bit, and we got the clock and calendar. There's a big clock over there, but there's a little one in a corner as well. Okay, so the panel is basically your system notifications and system icons and what's currently running in the background and so forth, so forth. The actual dock has a lot of favorites. So as you can see, it's a browser, your terminal, your Google Chrome as a web browser. I've pre-opened some of these because my net is a little bit wonky here at the hotel, especially this time of the day, and I didn't want to wait for anything to load. You know, just delays the video, and I don't want to make it a long video. So that's the Google Chrome is the web browser, LibreOffice is the Office suite, Thunderbird is your mail client. Over there you got your software manager, which is the GNOME Software Center. Very easy to use, very easy to navigate, and as you can see, it fully supports snaps, which is awesome. Flatpak as well. Flatpak and snaps are fully supported and already integrated in this Makulu Core. So you can just click install and you can install your app, or you can go browse via categories, you know, just go wild, whatever. So that's the software center. Now remember, this is Debian based. So if I open here and we go uname, let's see, it's running on the 4.16.12 kernel, Debian based kernel. Okay, it is a 64 build, but it does support 32-bit architecture. You've also got maps here, so if you want access to maps, just let it load. I told you the internet's not the best here. Let's just do this. There we go, just refresh it. Okay, there I am. So it actually detects where I am, Da Nang, Vietnam. So this is where I am. Anyway, so you have maps, fully operational maps, which is nice. This is not Google Maps, this is the GNOME Maps, but they're fully operational, it's working, quick access over there. You got weather. Now I just typed in the place, but it should pick up your place, or you can type it in blah 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 blah, but you got a nice little weather and maps right here on your favorites. I will get to the web apps later, and then of course you got your settings panel, which is of course the XFCE panel, but you'll see quite a lot of stuff in here that's not usually in XFCE, and I'll get into some of that as well. I'm not going to do a very in-depth review right here. I'm just going to go over the basics, sort of show you around a little bit, because a lot of the stuff's still busy being scripted and coded, and it's not all finished and not all quite polished yet. This is a very, very early build, guys. So normally with a dock based OS, you either have the menu in the dock, the actual menu button in the dock, or else you normally have it on your right click panel. So if you right click, you would then get access to the menu, which is the case here as well. You can just right click and access your main menu, all your apps and so forth. However, I didn't want to only limit it to using the dock and using the old right click application menu, which is like crappy and you can't even drag items off it. That just kind of pissed me off. I mean, it's nice for accessing something quickly on right click, and the guys that prefer it to do it this way, you have it this way, it works this way, it works well this way. You can right click. If that's your preference, then yeah, go for it. However, the guys that are more traditional and prefer the old style pop-up menu, we have that option as well. All you do is you just drag your mouse into the bottom corner over there and the menu will pop up. So now you got your actual proper old style, old-fashioned menu that actually pops up. So all you do is you just drag your mouse into the bottom corner and the menu pops up. That's it. So you got your dock over here, you got a dock over there, you got your invisible menu that pops up if needed over there, or if you prefer, you can right click on the desktop and use the menu straight from there. And then you've got a third option. If you go to the top corner, if you open on the top corner, you got your full screen menu, you got your overlay menu, which you can then scroll with your mouse wheel or go to certain categories by clicking on them, or you can of course use the search on top. So let's review these menus again. So you've got the right click menu in the panel, in your right click options panel options. You've got the overlay menu in the top corner, and you've got the normal standard pop-up menu in the bottom corner. The nice thing about this menu is that you can actually drag things off this menu. There's leaf pad, I just dragged it off there. So you can actually drag things off that menu. Maybe you want to put something like another icon in your dock or something, then we can go here. Where is leaf pad? I saw it there. Let's put leaf pad in here. So we drag it in there, we drop it, and now leaf pad is also in the dock, as you can see. So this menu has its uses, easy, nice and easy to use with drag and drop. And of course the overlay menu is nice to scroll, big icons. Some people might prefer the top overlay menu, some people might prefer the bottom menu, or some people might prefer to just right click and use the menu. Now the nice thing is that even if a window is open, you can still just move your mouse to the bottom of the corner and open that menu, or to the top and open the overlay menu. You don't actually have to minimize or close a window. So you have access to all of your menus quite easily by just moving your mouse around. How awesome is that? And you can see how fluent it works. It might not be perfect. There might be a little bit of a 1 second or split second delay, but you know, it works pretty darn well. And do remember, this is pre-alpha. Okay, the other thing I want to get into is the wallpaper changer, which is at the bottom. Everybody should be used to this. We've been using this for a long time. Let's go change that quote to something else. Okay, behind every great fortune there is a crime. Wow, 1799 to 1850. 1850. Honor de Balzac. Anyway, I love these quotes. It's been a favorite of mine on Makulu for a long time. I love it. They change every 2 hours and you get something interesting to read. Most of them are okay. Sometimes you'll get some really cool quote that just sticks in your head. So yeah, the wallpaper changer is traditionally what we use. And usually you would click on it and go select wallpaper, and then in the past we may have had it on the left, but because of the right panel, I've put it on top. You can now just scroll through your wallpaper and just click on a wallpaper to change it. Okay, so it's that easy. So click on the wallpaper changer, wallpaper selector, and then choose your wallpaper, and then just right click close. Easy to change wallpaper, but that's not just it. You can now right click on the panel and just choose wallpaper changer, and there we go, sorry. And you can then select your wallpaper and then close as well. Just give it a second to change there. That's the conky, obviously. Unfortunately, that's one of the side effects of conky. It will take a few seconds to refresh the screen, I think 1 minute, and then you can also do the same even with a window open. You can select wallpaper changer and then just go select the wallpaper, close, and of course that would be the wallpaper over there. You could do the same as well inside your actual settings panel. You'll find the wallpaper changer there. You click it and you can then select a different background. I may have to see if I can find a way to refresh that conky quicker, because I think every minute it refreshes, so that will actually just, it's the first time I actually see that, but I know why it's happening, so just ignore it. This is a pre-alpha. There's a lot of things for me to still work on. Anyway, so you can just click there, wallpaper changer as well. So you've got 3 different places that you can just switch your wallpaper, change wallpaper. You can just simply right click and do it. You can do it from the panel. You can do it from your settings panel as well. The other thing you have is the 3D on off. Now this has been something that's been in Makulu Flash for a while, but it will be in Makulu Linux Core Edition as well. So you can go to your settings panel and you can just click 3D on, and it will pop up. Do you want to enable compass, which is obviously the 3D animation for XFCE. This will add animation, wobbly windows, desktop cues, reflections, and other various effects Please be aware that this will also increase memory and CPU usage. It might not run smooth on older systems, and that's a good warning, because most modern systems do run fine, but if you're running this on an old system, it does increase the resources. Not a lot, but it does. So let's say yes, I want to enable that. Okay, then just let it refresh, just close that, can open that again, and now we have Compass fully operational and looking beautiful. Okay, we've got all the effects, and you can actually now oh damn it, you can actually now I think I've only set 3 desktops. Okay, I'll go have a look at those settings. Anyway, so you can now I don't think I've enabled, oh I did, there we go, there's the cube. But I think I've got snap enabled, which is why it's trying to snap to screen when I try, and as you can see it's not, I think snap. Okay, anyway, I'll have a look at that, besides the point. Compass is now fully operational, and you will notice that if I choose switch it off, let's just close here and open up settings manager, you will notice that I have a window manager tweaks, and yeah, if I turn on the 3D option, then suddenly window manager and window manager tweaks are gone. Wow. Instead they are replaced with Emerald Theme Manager and Compass Window Settings Manager. So just like Flash, I've completely integrated this into the system. I still obviously need to review all the settings. As you could see, the window was snapping when it shouldn't be. Those are minor settings that I will go and take a look at. But it is working. Compass is fully operational. Okay, and of course this is the default theme we're using for the moment. Doesn't mean that this theme will not change. In fact, all of these themes might look pretty cool. This is initially what our standard themes are currently are, but it doesn't mean it's the final theme. We may change it at some point, or maybe we won't. We will see. And then of course let's just turn that back on and back off and go back to standard normal. So the other thing is we also have the Conky Manager, of course, to manage your Conky, your desktop clock. It's got all the settings. I think it's TG who makes this. See if there's about. No, I don't see an about. Here we go. About Conky Manager by TG. Yes, TG. So it's the standard Conky Manager. Most people should know this. So you can just plonk any clock or anything on your desktop. You can even put the Conkies with weather effects and blah 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 blah. You can go crazy. Conky is fully integrated here. The whole system works. Of course, with this you can just add themes. You can just add a new theme pack and go crazy. So that's nice. It's nice that it comes out with Conky installed, enabled, and it's in the settings panel. Okay, hot corners obviously controls your menus, and you can set the different hot corners, and these two are unset, so you can still make use of those if you want. So that's pretty cool that we got hot corners fully operational in XFCE. So I won't go to the rest now. I think that's about enough that I've shown. The last one I want to show though is the web apps. This is a very early alpha. Like I said, I'm still working. I've just started implementing web apps, but the idea is to actually have your messengers like WeChat and some of the common messenger, WhatsApp, WeChat, Line, Viber, whatever else, to be able to make web apps for those. Now you can use your browser for just about everything else, but sometimes if you want to open Facebook Messenger or you want to open like WhatsApp, you don't want to open the browser and have it in your browser history where people can spy on you, and then on top of that you might be browsing something and now you want to use WeChat or WhatsApp or whatever, and now you've got to do it on your browser as well, and there goes the power. It's okay, I still got battery. I just heard the power go off in the hotel. Wow, that's something you've got to get used to in Vietnam. Suddenly there's no power. Anyway, it might affect the speed of the virtual machine. I'm not sure because my PC just switched over to power and I think I'm 25% battery. There we go, you are now connected to Wi-Fi. Okay, so Web apps, I'll just cover that quickly and then I'll end this. Web apps basically let you run a website inside a little box, similar to the snaps. Okay, so let's see, if you want to make a widget, you can sort of put there, let's put, okay, I'll just use web dot, but this is not going to work now because there's no power, whatsapp.com. Okay, and you click OK, it will build a widget, although I'm not sure this will be, because it needs to actually pull the resources with the net on, and there's no internet now. Damn it, man, this thing just went off like right now. Okay, so I will have to show this off at another time. Let's just close that. That's gonna now get all stuck. Okay, yes, close it. Okay, so web apps, I'll tell you what, it's not all that great yet because I'm still working on it and still writing the cPanel and so forth for it. But the idea is that web apps will actually allow you to put a little icon on your desktop or in the dock or wherever you want, straight to like your messengers. So when you open up WhatsApp or whatever, it will open up in its own little box. There we go. Yeah, you see, it's like, for example, there's WhatsApp. You can then send this to desktop, and now you can just double click it, although it won't work because there's no internet at the moment, so it's not going to operate. But you can then just double click this and it opens up in its own little box, which you can resize obviously, and you can just then chat inside with WhatsApp, see, so that when you close your web browser, it doesn't actually close WhatsApp at all. And neither is WhatsApp stored in your history. So it's got its own little privacy section there. It's in its own little box over there, and you can just now chat and just minimize it, pin it, or whatever the case might be, straight on the dock. It won't work because there's no internet at the moment. I heard the current go off. Anyway, so this is the web widgets that I'm currently working on to implement. I'm still busy writing the scripts. It's very rough at the moment. I'm still busy writing the scripts for that, but know that it is a feature that is coming. It is on its way, but at least it will be something that's supported. So already in a very early build, you've got Makulu Core, which is awesome. A dock-based XFCE build that has pop-up menus all over the place. You've got an awesome wallpaper changer, you've got Conky built in, you've got Compass built in. You can easily open, close, drag, drop. Everything's operational. We've also got search here, which is nice. You can just search any folder and it searches via catfish, and that's quite nice and easy. Just right click, search, and catfish pops up. Search your folder. So yeah, these are, you've got open as root. Obviously a lot of these things I'll still edit and add, and open terminal. You can even edit a file, not that one. You can go and find where am I going to find a text file now? Damn it. Okay, don't worry about that. You can edit as root, open as root, all of that's implemented. You got some nice theme options. I won't go into that now because I haven't finished with themes. I actually barely touched that. You got some nice wallpapers, like I said, the quote on the desktop, and that pretty much covers Makulu Core at this stage. It's a pre-alpha, very early build, but it's snappy, and for a pre-alpha it's pretty stable. I mean, apart from the web apps crashing because there's no internet, and of course me having to set the snap on the 3D. There's been no other issues at all. Everything functions as it's supposed to. Even the logout on Cardapio, which is the menu we use over here, is operational. I don't think that actually works in any other XFCE in the world. That is faulty. I had to literally go in and edit the code to get that to work, function properly. Anyway, so yeah, so everything's operational. Makulu Core, I don't know when the release date will be for this. It's still got to be tested heavily. There's a lot still to do, a lot of ideas that are coming to my mind of things to do and things to implement, software to add, and just, I don't know. We'll go through all of that stuff at a later stage. I just wanted to show you that it is in the works, it's coming your way, and you know, I haven't been this excited about a build in a very, very long time. At some point we will get this out to the testers and work from there. This is just, I just wanted to show you guys that this is fully operational, and that it will be coming, something you can watch over the next couple of months, and yeah, we'll see how this goes. But I'm very excited about this build. This is the first build in a while that I've been excited about, because it's something very different. I know a lot of people are waiting for Lethe, and I will get into Lethe in another video. Don't worry, it's still in the works. You know, we have various projects running at the same time. But I must tell you, I'm very excited about Makulu Core because of its complex simplicity. If I can just put those two words together, it's complex simplicity. It is so simple that it makes sense, yet so complex in other areas that it does not. But together it somehow all works, and that's just awesome. So this is Jacques from Makulu Linux out, and I will chat to you guys hopefully soon. Cheers. Oh, and please don't forget, you know, I've seen it like over the last, what, 2-3 months, donations have dipped a lot on the website, you know, and now we actually have more server boxes running and so forth, so our costs have gone up. So if you can and you can afford, please, you know, throw us a couple of bucks our way on PayPal. That would be awesome. I want to set up a Patreon actually and link that at some point, but PayPal for now would be awesome if you can throw a couple of bucks our way. It takes a load off my shoulders, and yeah, I shall see you guys soon. Cheers.